It started as a night of fun. 3 friends, Jason, Mia, and Ryan, were always up for a good thrill. When they heard about a new escape room that had just opened downtown, one that promised an experience unlike any other, they jumped at the chance. It had no online reviews, no official website, just a mysterious flyer with the words, "You have 60 minutes to escape. Fail and you stay forever." They laughed at the tagline. "Great marketing," Ryan said. "Let's see what they got." The escape room was hidden in the basement of an abandoned building, its only entrance a narrow iron door at the end of a dimly lit alley. A tall, pale man in a black suit greeted them at the entrance. "Are you ready to play?" he asked, his voice like a whisper in the dark. They nodded eagerly. "Rules are simple," he continued. "Once you go in, you have 60 minutes to find the exit. No outside help, no turning back. If you fail, well, let's not worry about that." He smiled, but his eyes stayed cold. With a loud clank, the door shut behind them. The game had begun. The first room was a vast, dimly lit library, its walls lined with ancient tomes that exuded a musty, decayed scent. A large grandfather clock in the corner ticked ominously, counting down from 60, 00. Jason spotted a book with a golden skull on the spine. When he pulled it, a section of the wall slid open, revealing a pitch-black hallway. A whisper snaked through the air. "Come inside." "That was easy," Mia said, stepping forward. "Too easy." The second room was stifling, the air thick with an unidentifiable stench. Symbols, jagged and claw-like, were carved into the walls, pulsing as if alive. In the center of the room, a mannequin slumped on a rotting wooden chair, its limbs twisted at unnatural angles. As Ryan inched closer, the mannequin's head jerked upright with a sickening snap. The door behind them slammed shut. The lights flickered. The floor beneath them moaned like something was stirring below. Mia tried the door, but it wouldn't budge. Jason noticed a small chest in the corner. He hesitated before opening it. Inside was a rusted key and a note, written in something dark and sticky. "One of you must bleed." A blade dropped from the ceiling, narrowly avoiding Ryan's head but slashing across his leg, leaving a deep cut on his toe. Blood pooled around his foot as he staggered back, gasping in pain. As the first drop of blood hit the floor, the symbols on the walls pulsed violently, and with a loud metallic groan, the door creaked open. It was as if the room itself had been waiting for their sacrifice. The blade embedded itself into the floor, quivering from the force. "What the hell?" Ryan muttered, his voice quaking. A guttural sound echoed around them, deep, hungry, inhuman. "Guys," Mia whispered, "this isn't a game anymore." The third room was a nightmare given form. Cold, clinical, and bathed in flickering fluorescent light, it resembled a forgotten surgical theater. Rusted medical tools lined the blood-stained walls. Chains hung from the ceiling, their ends frayed, as if something had fought to escape. The stench of iron coated their tongues. A countdown flashed on the far wall. 20 o'clock remaining. The only other door had no handle. The only object in the room was an old chair bolted to the floor, its leather straps crusted with something dark. A voice crackled through a hidden speaker. "Sit, or you all stay here forever." Jason hesitated. "It's gotta be a puzzle, right? Maybe we just..." The lights flickered again. The restraints snapped open like hungry jaws, waiting for their next victim. Then the screaming started. Ryan dropped to the floor, clutching his ears. A noise, something between a siren and a human shriek, filled the room. Shadows flickered against the walls, contorting into grotesque shapes. Mia gasped, pointing at the screen. 10 o'clock remaining. "We don't have a choice!" Jason shouted. "Someone has to sit!" Mia shook her head frantically, but Ryan, desperation overtaking him, threw himself into the chair. The restraint snapped shut. A drill descended from the ceiling. "No!" Mia screamed, yanking at the straps. But the chair held firm. Ryan's screams ripped through the room, drowned out only by the mechanical hum of metal meeting bone. The door clicked open. Jason dragged Mia through the exit, both of them soaked in Ryan's blood. They stumbled into a long, endless corridor, their ragged breaths the only sound. At the end of the passage stood the iron door, slightly ajar. A shadow detached itself from the darkness. The pale man. "Congratulations," he said, his smile as empty as his eyes. "You escaped?" Mia sobbed. "You killed him!" The man tilted his head. "Killed? No, you simply played the game." Jason turned to run, but the hallway behind them had dissolved into darkness. Another door loomed ahead, Above it, a flickering neon sign pulsed, Level 2. Mia's scream tore through the air. The door slammed shut. The clock reset to 60:00. The real nightmare had only just begun.